Hello and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. My name is Sensei and we are here to cover probably potentially one of the biggest IPOs of this whole year. Figure is IPOing today in the UK because this is being filmed at past midnight here in the UK, tomorrow for some of you that are in the US, or you might be watching on the day. So on the 11th of September, which is today for me, Figure is IPOing and I am very, very bullish on it. But remember, nothing I say in this video is financial advice. Please do not buy or sell based off anything I say. I am going to dive into, I am going to give you my thoughts. I am going to compare it to other IPOs, but it's only going to be a very, very short video. So I recommend you watching all the way through so you are prepared. So deep dive, Figure, this is the deep dive from the newsletter. Remember, all our information every single day. If you are in the markets, you need to know your top 5 stories. You need to know what's going on in the markets, and today we're covering the IPO, so it's the first link in the description. Go and sign up to it. But it's Figure Technology Solutions, ticker symbol FIGR, is IPOing. Figure Technology Solutions is preparing to go public with an upsized price range of $20 to $22 per share, aiming to raise about $689 million. So what is it? Figure Technology Solutions, founded in 2018 by Mike Cagney, best known for co-founding SoFi, and June Wu, is a blockchain native capital marketplace that integrates loan origination, funding, and secondary markets. Its platform enables consumer lending, trading, and digital asset investing with one standout capability: funding home equity loans in about 10 days, compared with the industry average of over 40 days. So it's out there trying to solve a problem using blockchain, using crypto technology, which is something we love on this channel. So yes, it is another crypto blockchain IPO. We have seen how they've performed. I'll go into some other performances. We've seen Circle, Bullish, for example, IPO this year and do very well. But this is from Figure's website. Your home can help you achieve your remodel, a solar installation. It can do an in-law suite, a debt consolidation, and your home can help you achieve your dream. So they've got about 17 billion in equity, unlocked with Figure's platform, 201,000 households served with Figure's platform, and a 100% online application process. So it's very interesting things, trying to solve real-world problems, utilizing the efficiency of the blockchain. This is something interesting as well. They do a crypto-backed loan, so get cash using your Bitcoin or Ethereum as collateral. All new loans placed in a decentralized custody wallet that is segregated from other wallets. See your Bitcoin on chain from the #1 non-bank mortgage lender in the US. So you can sort of get cash by using your Bitcoin and Ethereum as collateral. Figure Lending has originated 7 billion plus in funded loans, including crypto loans. Get same-day approval with no credit score needed as a flexible payment option. Again, this is not me promoting you going and out and do this. There is risk, so this is not any advice of any sort, but I'm showing you their platform. No credit score is needed. Defer interest payments, no fees to do so. See your Bitcoin in decentralized segregated wallet. Access cash without selling. So that's just one of their many solutions using blockchain efficiency. So it's very interesting. So let me read on further and then I'll give you my price prediction on the IPO and where I think it's going and compare it to some other ones out there. We will be covering this IPO live on the show. So all you have to do, and of course we cover all events, whether it's crypto, stock, macro, earnings, we cover all live on the show. So all you need to do is please do make sure you're subscribed. It is actually very strange. About 90% of the people watching this video or watching some of our videos are not subscribed. So please do go ahead and subscribe, and do hit the like button. If we hit 1,000 likes on this video, I'll donate $100 to our charity partner. So let's see if you guys can reach that goal. Engage with this video, share it out, comment on it. That's all free to do. So blockchain underpinning and products. Figure leverages blockchain to digitize and secure lending workflows. Key products includes their Figure Connect, a loan originated platform used by banks and originators. Dart, an on-chain lien and electronic note registry that automates lien recordings. A YLDS, a yield bearing stablecoin registered with the US Securities and Exchange Commission's decide to accrue compliance interest. Remember, we got that. Not only are we getting the Clarity Act through, but we've got the Genius Act through, which is really helping their activities. And they've turned around their business as well. The amount of money that they're bringing in now compared to last year is a large difference, and I'll come on to that as well. They are also piloting crypto-backed loans and debt service coverage ratio loans, while signaling expansion into personal, auto, and student lending. They are expanding their product range, and they are going blockchain first for that efficiency. Financial performance and their balance sheet. For the 6 months ending June 30th of 2025, Figure reported net revenue of $191 million, up 22.4% year over year. That's a massive jump. Net income of $29 million, reversing a $13 million loss in 2024. You can see that big difference there. They reversed a $30 million loss into a net income of $29 million. That's a massive swing. Stockholder equities of $404 million, alongside an accumulated deficit of $229 million as well. This signals improving profitability, but there is still obviously that history of losses. So there is that risk that they were a company that made losses. But of course, some of these companies that have IPO'd recently, such as Bullish, are loss-making companies. This one is actually turning things around. I'll compare it to a couple of those IPOs that we've seen recently. The reason I'm getting excited is because it's another crypto company, sort of blockchain company, IPOing, and we've seen how they've performed this year with some of the IPOs. Let me take you back to an IPO that just happened as early as today or yesterday, depending on your time zone, which was Klarna. That IPO'd about $40, and even though it wasn't purely a blockchain company or not that many integrations, it was still a company that was valued very, very highly. I mean, the market cap on this company is fairly high, and it's still IPO'd at the higher range. They had to raise their target to $40, but still, even with all of that, it popped 43% on that IPO. But if you look at some of these crypto blockchain companies, stablecoin companies, which this one certainly is, you see something like Circle, which IPO'd around $35, $37. On the first day of trading, Circle went up about 204%, and a couple weeks later, it was actually up at 834%. So that's an example there as well. You can also look at Bullish, which was our most recent crypto blockchain IPO, crypto exchange for institutions. That certainly surged as well, as much as sort of 200% on IPO day. So I am again thinking this is the crypto IPO. The IPO season again might be frothy in the markets. I wouldn't really I'll think twice about holding these long term, at least medium term. But in the bear market, I'll be picking them up again. But even in the short term, whether it's on the day or the week after, I do think that there is going to be money to be made if you can get in at IPO prices for a lot of these tokens. We will be covering this event live. This will be happening all live with Martyn tomorrow. So we've got the live Figure IPO. So make sure you are subscribed, you're hitting the like button. And if you are investing, whether you've already got your IPO shares, let me know in the comments down below if you've got them and secured them on something like Robinhood, or if you're going to be buying it on the day. We're going to be covering it live on the show. So do make sure you're subscribed and you've hit the bell icon so you can join us for that watch party. So what they're using the funds for, this is only going to take 5 more minutes of your time, so make sure you are staying with us. IPO structure and usage of proceeds. Figure has upscaled its IPO, now offering 31.5 million shares and $20 to $22 per share above its initial range. That is very bullish to me. Remember, they don't announce what their share price is going to be until very close to the time, because they want to see what the demand is. And every time the demand is high, they move up those listing prices to the higher end, and they have done this with this IPO as well. So Figure is now on the higher end of it. About $22 a share we're expecting it to IPO, and that's bullish because it shows that there is a lot of interest. So the primary offering could raise up to $585 million, and with the underwriter's option exercised, total proceeds could reach $689 million. That's close to obviously $1 billion raised, which is lower than other companies. The market cap's going to be lower, so it does present more volatility and potentially more upside. Funds will be used to scale. And remember, we saw some IPOs that use their funds to just pay off shareholders. This IPO The funds are going to be used to scale Figures Connect and Dart, expand the YLDS stablecoin and digital asset marketplaces, and repay portions of outstanding debt. I have no problem with any of those reasons to IPO. Market context and investor interest. Remember, this is all from our newsletter. First link in the description. Do consider subscribing to the newsletter. So the deal targets a valuation of up to $4 billion. It arrives amid rising investor demand for regulated crypto adjacent IPOs, similar to Circle and Bullish. So it's coming at the right time. Rate cuts are coming up. Everyone's excited about crypto. We might have an altcoin season coming up very soon. So it's sort of the right time to be IPOing to get those monies raised. Significantly, Stanley Druckenmiller's Dutch family office has indicated interest in up to $50 million of shares, an institutional stamp of approval there as well. Competitive landscape and positioning. Only a few more points to go through now, so please stay with us. Figure's competition spans traditional banks and crypto-linked fintech lenders. Its edge lies in blockchain efficiency and broad regulatory coverage. Over 180 lending and services licenses, 48 money transmitter licensee, SEC broker-dealer registration with alternative trading system status, international crypto licenses in the Cayman Islands and Ireland as well. Regulatory risk and consideration. Figures positions itself as a compliance forward with SEC registrations for yields and multiple lending licenses. The risks do include fair lending scrutiny, especially around AI-driven credit decisions. Remember, they have an online decision. They try and get those decisions in quickly, but that comes with a risk about the scrutiny about looking at these applications using AI and making those decisions. Blockchain adoption risks with under 1% of real world assets currently tokenized. I don't see that as a risk. I see everything going tokenized, and they are at the forefront of that. And if there's only 1% or under 1% of real world's assets currently tokenized, I want to be investing in the companies that will be tokenizing those assets, and this is one of them. Remember, nothing I say is financial advice. Just because I'm excited about it, it's not I'm going to put a large amount of my portfolio into it. I might put a small amount. It's an exciting company that I don't mind taking a bet on, but certainly not going all in on. Heavy reliance on home equity lending, making revenue cyclical and sensitive to housing downturns. Yes, but I do think they're diversifying their products, and that is obviously one of their largest products right now. But I think these crypto-backed loans and stuff like that could certainly be a large product in the future. Remember, we're going to be covering all their earnings calls, so we're going to be continuing to keep you updated on this company even after IPOs. Analyst views and quotes. We've got IPOC's CEO Joseph saying crypto is becoming one of the big pillars of the IPO market, highlighting the momentum of listings via IPOs and de-SPACs. Jeff Zell, IPO Boutique, also says investors in the space tend to be patient because they can see long-term potential, especially with regulatory hurdles starting to clear. We will keep our eye on the Clarity Act, which is next to come for the crypto market. Retail investor takeaways. For retail investors, the key points are strengths: blockchain speed, loans in 10 days instead of a couple months, diverse roadmap, stablecoins, tokenization, strong licensing, and profitability was achieved in 2025. Big turnaround since 2024. IPO upside, large size, institutional interest, alignment with rising regulated crypto appetite. The risks are regulatory scrutiny, dependence on home equity lending, and uncertain blockchain adoption timeline. Valuation $4 to $4.6 billion, ambitious but reflective of growth perspectives. So that's my full dive. I will leave the link to Martyn, who will be covering the IPO. That link will be here. There'll be another link here for you to go and check out. Do make sure you tune into us tomorrow with the CPI and the IPO launch. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. But until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye-bye.